I'm going to try and make a quick video today on an easy way to dip your corals. I'll explain it as I have a styrofoam shipping container here I've got from an old order of frags. What I did is I took that to the store today to pick up my frags that I won in an auction. So what I did is I took that to them and I had them put some of their tank water in there and distribute their frags on there and put a lid on it and bring it back. You'll notice I have a mark over there for 2 gallons of water. When I got home, I removed the water down to 2 gallons and I went ahead and I got my favorite dip, Bayer Advanced Complete. If you haven't heard about it, you can figure that out elsewhere on the internet. And I measured in my correct amount of that, and I set a timer for 15 minutes, and I put this pump in here, and I stirred that Bayer around to give him a good Bayer dip. When I was done, I reached in and pulled out the egg crate, and I dumped out that into this bucket. That's trash. I took my 2-gallon bucket down here from Home Depot, and I went into my current frag tank, took 2 gallons of water out of that, and refilled this container, back up to the black mark, put the frags back in, put the pump back in, turned it on, gave it 4 or 5 minutes, and added Coral RX. I know how much Coral RX because, again, we know it's 2 gallons of water, so I gave that dose. I've got a 15-minute timer going. They're going to get stirred in their Coral RX. When we're done, we're going to do the same process. We're going to lift the egg crate. We're going to hold the frags out of the way. We're going to dump that trash water into this bucket. We're going to take this bucket of 2 gallons of new salt water from the frag tank, put it back inside this container. We're going to set the corals back inside there, turn the pump back on, give it 10 minutes of stir. Now we're going to get it's basically like a rinse. We're going to get a rinse to rinse all those poisons and stuff out of that container and everything, and then what we're going to do after that 15 minutes is up, so you're going to go along each frag, we're going to inspect it for anything funny, we're going to bring it over here and we're going to put it into the tank and add it onto this empty gap on my rack that I've added right along here, where I've got some other corals from last time that are being acclimated in and getting used to the light. And so that's an easy way for you to do it. The reason I believe in doing that is because all these frags haven't been loaded up at the store into individual bags, jostled around in a bag on the way home and a bag on my lap in the truck. All that is being avoided by putting them into their own tank water in a grate right here, all stabilized, more water stability temperature-wise. Drive home carefully, don't hit any speed bumps, don't get into any 5-star crash rating tests, and your corals will stay in the egg crate here. And everything will be good when you get home. You're going to reduce that stress of bagging and unbagging and flopping in and out of the bags and cutting rubber bands off and all that messing around. And you'll also be taking that first batch of water that they're used to, using that to bridge your way over to the water that you're going into. I'm already fairly certain that this tank water in here from the store and my tank water have very close parameters. I know my parameters and I know my local store's parameters. So with those things in mind, I believe you'll be more successful in dipping your corals. You can reduce the stress, and it's actually pretty simple. In 30 minutes here, I'll have everything dipped and done right. And no funny stuff, no dropping corals out of bags, and no messing around with things, overstressing things. And I think the corals will get through it just great. Thanks for listening.